big changes coming to Cipher Rush, and possibly more SS tier skins coming very soon. For more news like this, stick around for this week's episode of This Week in Identity 5. Welcome back to another episode of This Week in Identity 5, guys. For anyone who's interested in how I'm feeling, because I was feeling a little bit ill over the weekend, I have COVID-19, but I'm doing okay now. Yesterday was a bit of a pain, but today I'm feeling much better overall. Just a little bit of a scratchiness in my throat, but apart from that, I'm doing pretty well. So let's get straight into talking about what we got last week, because we got quite a lot. We got season 20 that began with the new skins for Forward, for Breaking Wheel, and for Bifima. The S skin being for Forward, of course. I have seen the Breaking Wheel skin in matches and it looks completely incredible. I haven't been able to log in since the patch updated those, so that was a bit of a problem because I would like to play the game at some point. Along with season 20, we also got a new logic path that came with the skin for X-Boy, that is this cool snowman X-Boy skin. Very, very cool skin, and of course all of the accessories that come along with it. His accessory, his portrait, the portrait frame, all of these things are fantastic, and I really like the theme that they've gone for this time. I believe that if you get over 600th place on the logic path and you don't manage to get the skin, it's going to be available to purchase after the logic path has ended, or after season 20 has ended, for echoes though, I believe. We of course also got a new rank reset, so you go down tiers, and I have sadly kept on going down since I haven't played rank for months, possibly. I think it's over half a year that I haven't played rank. Like seriously, I've played like maybe a couple of matches in the whole of these past 6 months, so I'm slowly falling down the tiers. It's kind of sad, but what can I say? With the new season, we also got new rank rewards. We got a S tier accessory for Entomologist and 2 A tier accessories for Sculptor, well, 1 for Sculptor and 1 for Enchantress. I think they also changed some of the EXP level up rewards. I think they've added some new ones and they've raised the limit to 200. I think that's what we're talking about. It's like a count level, but I'm not completely sure about that one. In the store, we have a couple of things that you can buy. You can buy Season 19's rank accessories. They're now able to be purchased, as is the usual norm for each season. We got a special package that seems like every week we have a special package now. They're not very special. That costs 10 echoes, and it will give you 20 inspirations, 28 clues, a General A unlock card for 3 days, a temporary unlock card for a hunter for 3 days, and a survival one as well that lets you unlock a survivor for 3 days. Some of the big news that we got though is that we got all of the adjustments that I wasn't really expecting to come out last week. I was expecting them to come out this week, but they already came out. So Smiley Face has got an adjustment, big buffs for Smiley Face, and I'm really excited to see this. And I'm really looking forward to actually playing him myself, because he's been someone that I've kind of had fun playing with on stream various times before, just had some issues with because he just feels like there are some heavy weaknesses and issues with him overall. But now he's been buffed a little bit. If his dash is interrupted, be it by an Enchantress stun or some other stun that interrupts his dash, because this was one of his weaknesses, his cooldown can be shortened to up to 6 seconds. I think it's not always 6 seconds if it's interrupted, but I think it depends on the progression of how long he's been using it for. The time it takes him to modify his rocket, to use the pieces he's picked up and put them onto his rocket, has been decreased and reduced by 33%, so that is much faster. Now also, for people who are new to the character, and also maybe even for people just who play him all the time, this is a quality of life update. All parts that are on the ground within 24 meters of Smiley Face are now highlighted, and he can pick them up with a little bit more ease because the range of pickup has been increased. So this is all around a great adjustment for Smiley Face. I still don't think this will make him meta, but I do think that this will make him more consistent and played more often, and those who like him will feel much more comfortable playing him. Doctor got an adjustment. The first adjustment was that depending on how many doctors there are in the match, if there are 1, 2, 3, or 4 doctors, the healing speed will now decrease depending on how many there are. If there are more doctors, it will decrease, of course. Originally, it was 60% faster healing that she got, but now if there are 2 of them, it's going to be reduced to 25%. If there are 3, 10%, and if there are 4 doctors in the match, all the doctors will only have 5% faster healing. That is pretty much just base healing speed. So this is mostly just saying, don't play 4 doctors in a match. One of her other changes that she got is when she takes some type of damage that does a quarter of your health. By this I mean chip damage, for example a statue or a bomb from Bonbon, got 26, she will gain a 45% movement speed boost. Originally, I believe it was set to be at 65, but it seems like after they put her in the test server, they decreased it quite considerably. You get a 45% movement speed increase for 2 seconds. I believe this doesn't stack with veteran. I think last week I said that it did, but I'm not completely sure. It seems like some people say it does, some people say it doesn't. I'm not completely sure, and I can't access the game to test it out. Another adjustment that is bigger than I thought it was, because I thought it was only going to affect multiple seers, but apparently seer has been nerfed, and now this means that his owl originally took 15 seconds to be able to be used up. Now it's been decreased just for one seer to 8 seconds. That is around half. That is crazy. That means that seer is going to be much less consistent at doing huge transition kites, that I think does make sense overall. He can still use all of his insta owl abilities, that is one of the key uses for him, but that will just affect some of the higher tier matches, just that tiny bit. But also, if there are 2 seers, now it will be reduced to 6 seconds. If there are 3 seers, it will be reduced to 4 seconds. And apart from that, if there are 4 seers, it doesn't seem to change at all. I think it stays down at 4. A couple of other changes to game modes and stuff like that. Chasing Shadows has got a slight adjustment in the item refreshing time. I'm not completely sure what any of that means, because I've only played Chasing Shadows a couple of times, and that's when it first came out. It's not really the game mode that I enjoy. Duo Hunters has been changed to be open during the weekends. I think it's still available during the weekdays, in the mornings, but I'm not completely sure about that. It might only be available during the weekends. How can I forget? Weeping Clown also got added to all the game modes except for Crystal Tarot mode. Doesn't it feel like Crystal Tarot mode is being forgotten? What can we expect from this week? The answer is, I have no idea. NetEase hasn't actually confirmed anything to be coming out this week. Usually NetEase confirms at least 1 or 2 things that are supposed to be coming out, either a skin or an event, but there is nothing. There are some things that they've hinted that are possibly coming very soon, but they haven't said anything is coming out this week. So it's up in the air as what could be coming, but we do have a lot of stuff to talk about for what is going to come up in future updates, because we have a lot of information that they just randomly dumped on us. One of the most recent things they announced was Mechanic and Guard 26 skins are coming soon, and they are the skins made for the last year's champions. Every winner of KOA gets to choose 2 characters that will get a skin, 1 hunter, 1 survivor, and during the next year they will then get a skin that is kind of themed. I'm not sure if it's themed on whatever they want or whatever, but it's themed on something. Last time we got Dream Witch and Coordinator. There was the purple pinkish head skin for Dream Witch. This year we're getting Mechanic and Guard 26, and Guard 26 skin is incredible. I kind of want it. I don't know how to play Guard 26, but I want it. Mechanic skin, Mechanic doesn't need more skins. Why? Some more skins that we can expect from the future. They've confirmed that there are going to be A-tier skins coming for Dancer, Psychologist, Patient, and Naiad soon. We already knew that there was an A-tier skin coming for Naiad halfway through this year, so it's good to know that they're kind of still keeping that deal for us and stuff like that. Apparently there might be some SS skins coming along as well, possibly for Dream Witch and also for Barmaid. And it's either going to be S tier skins or possibly SS tier skins. It suggests more that it's going to be an SS skin. As for some future adjustments, we've got some big news. It's finally here. NetEase have finally announced that they're going to change Cipher Rush. They're going to nerf it, I think. I'm not sure if they're going to nerf it. They might just buff it. That could be a problem. They've said that there are big changes coming for Cipher Rush that will include decoding speed changes and effects to traits, and meaning, I think, characters' talents and overall that mean that they decode a little bit faster. This is such great news, and hopefully this makes this game more fun to play as a hunter, because it just feels like a lot of pain at the moment. Spectator, the Persona web trait that you can use for a survivor that nobody uses, it's the one in the far north, the top one, is going to be reworked finally. I'm not sure why they don't just rework the whole tree, because there are some things in there as well that I don't think are necessary. So it would be good if they could rework that as well. They're making a step in a good direction, that is by reworking Spectator. I wonder what they'll change it to. Hopefully it's nothing too broken. Seems like Barmaid and Magician might be getting an adjustment soon. I wasn't really sure that Magician needed an adjustment. I'm pretty sure that all the survivors are in a pretty good place right now. I feel like there are hunters that need some adjustments, so I'm a bit confused as to why they're doing that, but apparently Barmaid and Magician are getting some adjustments. It seems as if beginners might have a better time playing this game because they're going to finally rework the tutorial and some stuff for beginners as well. They might be adding some extra features for beginners. This is great news because we need more players, so make the tutorial better. It is pretty terrible, I must say. It doesn't really teach you too well. It teaches you okay, but it doesn't teach you too much. People have been asking for this one for quite a long time. The iOS and Android transfer option that has not been available at all is going to be coming in March. They did already confirm this quite a while ago, but it's still confirmed to be coming out in March. So I expect that that is what they're going to do because it's already been quite a few months since they first announced it. And sometimes they have to delay these things due to issues with it not working. So it seems like it's going to be coming out very soon. Hullabaloo Circus Story Mode is going to be added. That's going to be pretty connected to Weeping Clown, to Smiley Face. And that might suggest that there might be some characters coming out soon. Maybe the Hunter version of Dancer, maybe of Wildling, maybe even of Acrobat. This does suggest that there might be some more characters coming out soon related to the Hullabaloo Circus. Oh, and of course we're getting more skin adjustments, fixing eyebrows, teeth, eyes, hair, something we don't really need for skins. Skins are fine how they are. Moving on to the Talk in the Manor, where I respond to your comments that you guys left on my recent videos. Baron Von Flop says, are you planning to do more Prop Night and Dead by Daylight videos? I like them because they are slightly more entertaining than IDV videos. Yes, I am planning on doing more Prop Night and DBD videos, and I'm also really planning on doing VHS when as soon as I get access to that game. I've been waiting for such a long time. But I would like to kind of spread out and play some more asymmetrical 1v4 horror games. I'm not very good at Prop Night and I'm not very good at DBD, but I do enjoy how Prop Night is kind of a little bit weird and fancy, and I do like playing Dead by Daylight, and I want to play it more with like friends and squads and stuff like that, and maybe do some videos about that as well. Dr. Kotz says, I remember how they promised that it will come back, it never happened. This is in reference to the original things that were added to Golden Cave that were the zombies and the ants. I didn't know that they promised that it would come back. I'm surprised that they haven't added it back because I don't think it's much of an issue for the game. It's just another thing that they can add. Maybe it was causing some issues when it first came out, but maybe they're just not bothered to kind of program it back again. But these would be really cool additions and would make the map way more exciting to play for survivors, because a lot of survivors and hunters as well kind of dread playing on Golden Cave because it's just a pain. Related to this comment, we have a comment from Rhydon that says this should be a duo hunter map. Yes, Golden Cave should be a duo hunters map. I agree with that completely. And please add the zombies and add the ants. This would make it way more exciting too. A duo map with all these kind of weird intricacies where there are 2 different floors, 1 hunter can be on each floor, or 2 hunters on the top floor would leave the other people fine. I think this would be really exciting. They could make some adjustments too, maybe add some more pallets or remove some pallets, but I think this map would be fantastic for duos. What they could do as well, because there are of course more Cipher machines that need to be in duos, they could use the bottom floor and actually add some Cipher machines to the bottom floor. Brave idea and smart idea, I know. What do you think that NetEase will do to change Cipher Rush? Do you think that they're actually going to fix it, or do you think they're going to make it much worse? Tell me down in the comments below, and whilst you're down there, remember to like and subscribe if you would like to get more videos like this every single week to keep you guys up to date with news in Identity V. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.